My stepdad wanted to kick me out to make space for the baby. However, little did he know that I was the owner of the house, and now they are panicking. I'm 19 and living with my mom and stepdad in what used to be my grandpa's house. When grandpa died 2 years ago, he left it to me in his will. I'd spent every summer since I was 12 helping him renovate this place. We'd fix pipes, patch drywall, refinish furniture. His lawyer called me the day after the funeral with the news. Mom has no idea. The lawyer said I could transfer it to her or tell her when I was ready. I was 17, still processing everything, so I never brought it up. Mom assumed the house went to her and I didn't correct her. I figured I'd tell her when I graduated college. My stepdad moved in 6 months later. Things were okay at first, but he changed after they got married. He started making comments about dishes I left or how I needed to contribute more. I work part-time at a grocery store and go to community college, so it's not like I'm doing nothing. The worst part was he started getting rid of grandpa's furniture. The oak table we'd refinished, the bookshelf we built together, all donated or sold without asking. When I complained to Mom, she said we needed to move forward as a family. My stepdad smirked behind her back. Last week, Mom announced she's pregnant. I was actually happy for her. My stepdad immediately started planning the nursery. Every dinner became about baby colors and cribs. I tried joining in, but he'd talk over me or ignore my suggestions. Then 3 days ago, he corners me in the kitchen. "You're 19 now. Time to get your own place. We need your room for the baby." Just casual, like asking me to take out trash. I asked if Mom knew. He smiled and said it was her idea, that she thought I needed independence. I didn't believe him, but I knew he could convince her of anything. That night, I heard them arguing. My stepdad pushing about how I was holding them back, that I needed to grow up. Mom sounded uncertain, saying I was still young, asking where I'd go, but he kept talking over her, wearing her down with logic about how good this would be for me. Eventually, she gave in. "Fine," she said quietly. 1 week. My stepdad agreed real generously. The next morning, Mom barely looked at me. That evening, they sat me down. Mom did the talking, uncomfortable, going on about being an adult and needing my own space. My stepdad just nodded along. 1 week to move out. I didn't argue, just said okay and went to my room, let them think they won. Over the next few days, my stepdad got excited, brought home paint samples, measured my room multiple times, called a contractor to quote, knocking out the wall between my room and the spare room to make one big nursery. I waited for the contractor to arrive. My stepdad was walking him through, showing my room, talking about his vision. The guy was taking notes, calculating his quote. That's when I walked in with the folder from Grandpa's lawyer. Property deed, will, all the documentation. I interrupted them. "Actually, I'm not going anywhere. This is my house. Grandpa left it to me." The contractor stopped writing. My stepdad froze. I handed the deed to the contractor. He looked at it, looked at us, then said he'd step outside. My stepdad's face went through 5 expressions: confusion, anger, then panic when he realized I wasn't joking. He tried grabbing the papers, but I pulled back. Mom came in asking about the noise. I showed her the deed. Her face crumpled, reading the will, seeing my name instead of hers. She started crying, asking why I never told her. I was planning to, waiting until graduation, but apparently we're accelerating things now. I looked at my stepdad when I said that. He backtracked immediately. "Just discussing options. Never said you had to leave. All a misunderstanding." I reminded him about the 1-week deadline and the contractor already here measuring for demolition. My stepdad's phone buzzed. A car pulled up outside before he could move. 2 kids got out, then a woman with a diaper bag. Mom walked to the window. The woman saw her through the glass and her face twisted into rage. She marched up our walkway. My stepdad locked the front door. The woman started pounding on it, screaming his real name, a name none of us had ever heard before. Full story on channel linked below.